Hello guys, so Jerry speaking from Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome to Bedtime Stories, episode number 817. Today we do a local book biography of Judy, Garland, and Liza Minnelli, as promised you about this. So let's read it out, shall we? What we got for us. It's written by Phil Stamper, illustrated by Natalia Sternaria, pronounce the last name. Here we go. Published by a global book, New York release, copyright 2026, all rights reserved. See here is Judy Garland and her daughter Liza Minnelli trying to make up for each other. Here we go. Judy Garland and her daughter Liza Minnelli, Judy Garland and her daughter Liza Minnelli love nothing but more than entertaining audiences. They perform separately and together bring joy to people all over the planet with their movies, songs, and stage shows. Now see, here's all this has been happening, so there you go on that. Next page. Anyways, wow, she's on this thing. Anyway, Frances Ethel Garland, who later became called Judy Garland, was born June 10th, 1922. Okay, in Grand Rapids, Minnesota. She was the youngest of 3 girls. Her parents, Ethel and Frank Garland, traveled the country singing and doing the comedy for the living from before opening a movie theater in their town. Wow. Sometime in the older sisters performed for their audiences in the theater. When Frances was just 2 years old, she decided to join the fun. She walked onto the stage during this Christmas show and sang Jingle Bells. Wow. Friends loved to applaud. She loved making people happy. So she sang the song again and again and again. She was still singing when her father picked her up and carried her away as the crowd laughed and cheered. Wow. It can happen anyway, so it can happen anyway. Next page. Anyways, wow, okay. Little Frances and her siblings began singing and dancing in little theaters. The Gum sisters, all 3 girls were talented. But everyone knew the youngest were the stars. Wow. Wow, okay. In 1926, the family moved to California. Wow. Where there were more opportunities for entertainers. The Gum sisters eventually changed their names to the Garland sisters. Okay. But soon after, when Frances was 12 years old, she decided she wanted a new first name. As well, she chose Judy. And that makes more sense in any way. So there you go on that, folks. And that's the way the Gum sisters came at is the way it should be. Next page. Anyways, Judy Garland loved performing on stage with her sisters, but now she had a bigger dream, to be a movie star. After lots of auditions, she signed a contract with the biggest movie studio at the time, Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer, also called MGM at the time. In the next few years, she appeared in musical comedies and teen films, including Everybody Saved and Love Finds Annie Hardy. Her parts were something small, but she always stole the show with her amazing singing voice. When Judy was 17, she was cast as leading in a movie unlike anything the whole of the planet have ever seen. And it made more sense anyway, so there you go on that. The next page goes like this. It's part of what I love to see the most of all. The Wizard of Oz is a musical fantasy. About a Kansas farm girl named Dorothy Gale, who finds herself in a magical land. Looking for a way back home, she travels down Yellow Brick Road with a scarecrow, a tin man, and a cowboy lion to ask Wizard of Oz for help. Judy was thrilled to play Dorothy with extravagant sets, costumes, and special effects. The Wizard of Oz was a huge production and one of the first movies to film in color. And that's the way it should be in any way. Say or not. Next page. Anyways, Judy loved the music, especially Hope's song Over the Rainbow. And many people relate to Dorothy because of her bravery and her dreams for a better tomorrow. She was so beloved that some special fans refer to them as friends to Dorothy. That's the way it should be. The Wizard of Oz premiered in 1949. This is before World War II happened. Anyway, the movie was a hit. Judy was a real movie star. Just as she had wanted, she was given more leading roles in The Fears That Fall while filming Meet Me in St. Louis. Judy fell in love with the film's director, Vincent A. Minnelli. In 1945, 1 year after the movie came out, they got married, and soon Judy found out she was going to have a baby. And that's the way it should be for Judy and Vincent Minnelli in any way. The next page goes like this. Liza May Minnelli was born March 12, 1946 in Los Angeles, California. Judy named her after the title of the song from the 1929 musical Showgirl. The first time in 20 years, Judy took a much-needed break from acting to take care of her baby. But it won't be long before Judy and her daughter stepped back into the spotlight. Did not know at the time. But anyway, little Lisa loved singing and dancing. When she was 3 years old, she had her first movie role alongside her mother. Judy gave Liza a big kiss on the cheek just as the film in the good old Summertime Ends. And that way it should be anyway. That's what Liza is. Next page, anyways. As a daughter, the director, and the performer, Liza did not have a typical childhood at all. She spent a lot of the times in movie sets. When she was 11, she started corresponding her mother's fan mail. And by the time she was a teenager, she had attended schools in California, New York, and London. When she was 17, Liza performed her mom on television. Good enough. At the time, Judy was a star of a variety program called The Judy Garland Show. Judy Liza say a beautiful duet, audience were impressed. Wow. Sorry, my feet was killing me today while I was taping this while I was at Atlanta. Anyway, after many years of doing movies and television shows, Judy wanted to perform in front of audiences. Wow. Like, again, like you used to do with her sisters. On two memorable nights in 1964, Liza joined Judy on the fabulous stage in London, England. Wow. They sang popular songs and show tunes including Hello, Dolly and Over the Rainbow. And that's the way it should be anyway. So there you go. And the next page. Liza was ready to make a name and for herself as a performer. So she moved to New York City. She landed the first big Broadway role in Fora. The Red Mayonnaise at just 19 years old. Her proud parents were in the audience on opening night. She wowed audiences for singing, with her singing, dancing, and acting. They won a Tony Award for Best Actress in a Musical. Liza was and still is the youngest actress to win this award. Wow. Meanwhile, Judy decided to move to London. The city has always made her feel safe and loved. It was there that Judy Garland had passed away on June 22nd, 1969. Very nifty. She was only 47 years old. But in that time, she made more than 30 movies, recorded many songs and albums, and performed all over the planet. And that's the way it should be for Judy in any way. So there you go. The next page goes like this. Now, Liza continued to irritate audiences, just as her mother would have. In 1972, she starred in a movie musical called excuse me, Cabaret. Liza played a carefree showgirl named Sally Follies, okay? She won an Oscar for Best Actress Performance. Well, okay. Soon after Liza with a Z, one of the first concert films made for television aired. In it, Liza wore flashy costumes and she danced when sang with a variety of musical numbers. The show went on to win 4 Emmy Awards. Wow. With signature pixie haircut, long eyelashes and sparkling outfits, Liza has quickly became a household name. And that's the way it should be for Liza Minnelli. We're almost done here. Next page. It does say she started on Broadway, the one-woman show called Liza. 1981, she played a role of Linda Murdola in the hit movie Arthur. I see that once, and I mean, it was my grandma's house back then. I'll record Arthur on HBO. But anyway, and from 2003 to 2013, year I graduated high school at the time, she's getting a whole new group of fans thanks to her very funny appearance as Lucille Adagio in the TV series Arrested Development. Liza is one of the few performers to get the EGOT, E-G-O-T for short. But yeah, that means you receive each of the 4 biggest performing arts awards: Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and the Tony. And that's the way it should be anyway. So there you go. Last page of the book says this: there may never be a more talented mother and daughter pair than Judy Garland and Liza Minnelli. They'll always be remembered for the love they have for each other, their incredible talent, and the joy they brought to people everywhere. And that's the way it should be for Liza Minnelli and Judy Garland. So that was a little gold book biography about Judy Garland and Liza Minnelli. What do you think about this book? It was amazing. So far, this book was a success. Follow Bedtime Stories, episode number, okay, focus here. 817. So we're going. Hope you enjoy. It's going to be in our Bedtime Stories, episode number 818, which will be about, today I'm a clown. Now, excuse me, I got, and 2 LGBT special events. One's April Fool's edition let's say, LGBT special event on April Fool's Day, no one's Easter. And then after these 2 special events, I'm going to get some sleep, uploading the weekend celebration episode we do tomorrow on Rumble. And now for this, I'm going to get some sleep. Because after this over, I'm going to get prepared for 4 brand new episodes of LJP's Reacts. And if that's successful enough, I can do 5 more for you guys. So, or I don't know how many more I can get. But anyway, till next time, suggest my baby, woman, out. See ya.